we are working with the principal or primary assumption that interest rates are very close to the peak or have peaked. Okay, inflation due to MSP increase, they can go up a little bit, but if demand weakens, that can also get addressed a bit. But also keep in mind the whole industry consolidation point I said, and due to which, even if WPI is kind of moderating, I think CPI will remain on the higher side. Okay, so pricing power will also be an important point kept in mind. But to cut the long story short, uh, closer to the peak than the peak is our key call, not the peak, but closer to the peak. Uh, so, so, uh, but what matters is growth. It's not interest rate cycle which we are more concerned about now. It's growth. What happens to growth after all the spike in interest rates that we have seen over the last 12, 18 months? What happens to growth? The initial period, the consumers, corporates, they've absorbed it because there was so much liquidity prior to this, after COVID started and all these, maybe even years before, you had absorbed liquidity. That was a buffer with the consumer's hands, right? But from here on, we are at crossroads. Okay, and if interest rates don't come down, and our view is the interest rate differentials between India and US are so narrow that India will not see rate cycle coming down in the next 12, 18 months also, unless demand capitulates, which is not our base case. That we think demand can moderate for it to see a sharp fall in demand. At that stage, rate cycle can come down, but otherwise, we will continue to see a rate cycle pretty much where it is today in India.